Hey guys, today I'd like to take a look at another mask from my Topstone collection, and that is the 1970s Topstone Frankenstein. Now I'm calling this mask a 70s mask. It very well could be from the 80s, but it is quite difficult sometimes to date Topstone masks, and I hope that at some point there'll be a definitive guide on Topstone masks, but I'm going to call this one a 70s mask. And it was the Frankenstein character was produced by Topstone for a very long time. It was produced, as far as I can tell in my research, in two different sculpts. There was the early Topstone Frankenstein sculpt, and I'm going to show you a picture of that here. Now this one is from Ray Castile. I'd like to thank Ray Castile and also Pete from Devil's Workshop, because I'm going to show quite a few catalog photos and mask photos that they have posted. So thank you very much for those research materials. And so that early Frankenstein that you can see in this picture is from the Topstone G-line. It's the G-line Frankenstein, and so that is the early sculpture. Now this sculpture was available for quite some time as well. It appears to have been available in both blue paint job. So here's a picture of the blue Frankenstein from Ray as well, and then in this green version as well. And here again is a picture of the green version. Now the Topstone catalogs featured Frankenstein, or as it was sometimes known, just Monster, for many years. So I'm going to show you from Pete's website. Here's a 1960 catalog photo showing the Topstone Monster. Again, the 1970 catalog, the D line, and here's a close-up of that Frankenstein character, Frankenstein's monster, just called Monster. And so it's kind of hard to date, as usual with Topstone masks. I'm going to call this one, as I said, a 70s mask. This mask was available even up through the 80s, and here's from Pete's website a photo of the 1989 catalog, again featuring this mask. But in the 80s, the mask paint seemed to be a little more bold and sort of semi-glossy. This one appears to be an earlier mask, and this mask, I just really love to display this mask. It's very early, creepy Halloween looking. It has that feeling of early Halloween, where as a kid you would just buy the cheapest mask that you could find for a couple of dollars and throw it on, and it was really cool to be able to actually buy a Frankenstein's monster mask for that price, and this is where you could do that with the Topstone masks. And this one isn't necessarily in the best condition. It's fairly soft, but it has some darkening, as you might be able to see, maybe what you might call rust, or a deterioration of the latex. It's not cracked or split, but it seems to be getting a little stiff around the dark areas. So I'm not really one to have any masks foamed, so I won't be doing that with this one, but I hope it holds up for some time, and it still displays well. It just evokes that early Halloween creepiness, as a lot of early Topstone masks do. So I would recommend getting Topstone masks into your collection if you can. They do, as I always say, make for a well-rounded collection. You can have the high-end, really detailed modern masks, and then classic mass-produced masks like Don Post. But of course the Topstone masks were also mass-produced masks, very inexpensive, and they make for a well-rounded collection. I recommend finding some for your collection. It's getting harder and harder, as you may have noticed, to find Topstone masks. But if you can, I recommend grabbing them anytime you can find one. So that's the Topstone Frankenstein, the green Frankenstein. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.